Hey, this is David back from BreezeFlippers, back in the shipping room. It's the end of the week. We've had a pretty good week. So I'm recording this one without my microphone because something's gone haywire with that. I've done all kinds of videos already today and it didn't work. So we're going to do this the easy way without a mic. So hopefully it sounds good. I'll try and figure that out in post. I don't know. Anyway, we've had a good week. About $700 in sales. We've had a little over 20 sales. We had a great week on Dibdit. Dibdit sales as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I did a video earlier this week, talked a little bit about promotions and what's coming. Definitely want to talk about that and kind of follow up because I had a lot of comments on that. And also I did a little short about offers that I'm sending out an offer and getting back a full rate sale. I want to see what you guys say about that. So let's get into it. Okay, like I said, good week of sales. Not going to complain. 20 sales a total and about $700, I think, total. No, almost $800 actually. Nope, $700 in sales. Pretty good. Happy, very happy. And we had a great week on Dibdit. We'll talk a little bit about that too. But first of all, I want to say thank you. If you're here and you're subscribed, I really appreciate it. If you're here and you're watching, I really appreciate you. 88% of the people that come to this channel aren't subscribed. So if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. Let's grow this channel. I love sharing stuff with you guys. I love it when you share stuff with me because I learn from you as well. Not that I know everything, and I promise you, I'm not the world's expert in a lot of things, but I've made enough mistakes, I guess you can learn some stuff from me in that sense as well. And I love being a little bit of help to people. I've had some people tell me they appreciate the information I'm giving them, and that makes me feel good. That makes it all worthwhile to me. I've had several people send me messages and tell me that I'm actually helping them. And that's what this is about. So, because in my heart, that's what I want to do. I want to help people, and I enjoy this so much, the reselling. I want other people to enjoy it as well. So there's so many frustrations out here in the world, guys. So many things that bother us, but we can let it bother us, and we can let it stop us, or we can do something about it. And having a business like this. One, it's good. I mean, it's good to kind of have something else to do. I work pretty hard during the day, all day long, 5 days a week. And this is kind of a relief for me. It gives me something different to work on. I'm looking at a computer screen all day. Okay, so I'm looking at a computer screen at night too sometimes, but I'm doing different things. I'm building something for myself that I know is going to be useful in the future. And I hope you're doing the same thing. I hope you find the same thing. If you're doing this part-time, great. If you're doing this full-time, great. This is Ozzy down here, by the way, if you see him back there. Yeah, let me get out of the way. That's Ozzy. I don't know what he's doing, but he's old, sorry. He's like 15 years old. And I don't know, he's just staring at me right now. So apparently he thinks I have food. I have no idea. That's Mama's dog, by the way. So my dog's somewhere else. She's probably in there with Mama, to be honest with you. But anyway, I enjoy doing this, guys, and I enjoy the interaction. So please keep it up. Please like and subscribe if you can. It just helps us grow this channel. Let's get it out there to some other people, and let's create a good community of resellers and things that we're doing, and talk about those things, and let's get some help. So, like I said, good week in sales, but let's talk real quick about a couple of the things that I've already talked about. First of all, I've gotten a lot of information about promotions and stuff. I'm talking back and forth. Now, the video that I put out about the promotions, it's very clear to say it's not being done in the United States yet. That is being done right now overseas in England, Australia, Spain, and France. So it's not here yet. Doesn't mean it's going to come here. I don't know. I don't know. But when I did talk about it, it's the fact that, somebody could click on a link that is promoted, go into the store, not buy anything. Somebody else could come into that store later through a different link and buy something, and that's going to get charged a promotional fee. It's basically what it boils down to. You can look at the whole thing and read it, go back to that video and take a look at it. If I think about it, I'll pop it up here and somewhere up here and let you guys see it. But yeah, I don't know if it's coming, but I talk a lot about promotions, guys, because I use promotions. I kind of feel like I have to. I've tried out without promotions, and I didn't build enough. I don't have enough followers on my store yet. I got about 250, I think. If I had 2,500, it'd be different, because when you put stuff out, people are going to see it and they get more followers. The more followers you have on your store, the better you're going to do when you're putting new things out there. Plus, using newsletters and things like that, getting people involved, you're going to always be promoting, basically self-promoting, right? So sometimes you may not need to use all of the promotional tools that they have. But that's, you know, every business is different. Everyone's different. So for me, promotions work. And I said I was doing 2%. I did bump it up to 5%. And I have looked at it, and like I said before, I've looked at it and about 50% to 50%. It's about 50% promotional sales, 50% organic sales. So I have not seen a big difference, no change. So since I bumped it up to 5% for my items, I'm still making 50% organic and 50% promotions. So a lot of the sales that I made this week, matter of fact, the ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 sales today that came out today or this weekend, all organic, one promotional sales that was a comic I sold. And then last week, you know, like I said, a few promoted listing sales. The one big sale that I have, and I'll talk about that, were promoted listings, but the rest of them, organic. So it's about 50-50. So I don't know. I'm not going to not promote. I know a lot of people have said they just won't promote. That's fine. That's your business. You do how you do best. That's what you do. That's what you need to do, okay? You do what's best for your business. And I just say that you have to be really smart about it. That's what I'm trying to do. Like I bumped it up to 5% to see if I can get more eyeballs on my stuff, make a few more sales. Now, does that equate to down the road, if they do bring that new policy over here, getting more eyeballs on my stuff is going to mean I'm going to pay more sales, because you're going to end up paying no matter what. If somebody comes in through that link and somebody else comes in and buys at a later time, you're going to still pay for that. So even if they didn't go through the link. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when that time comes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, I'm doing it 5%. I'm okay with it. Now, you can also do, one thing you can also do is go to your dashboard. You can look at every single item, how it's doing. And I recommend you doing that. I haven't done that up to this point very much, but now I've started doing it a little bit more and looking at it to see what I'm doing on those, and see if there's any items that are, especially my bigger items, why they're not selling. If they're getting a lot of views, but why they're not selling. So I got to use that to kind of make some adjustments. Now I have 1,000 and something items in my store, so I can't do that a lot, but I can do a few every day, at least the biggest ones, and kind of work my way down. So it's something to look at. Maybe we'll cover that in a future video. So that being said, the other thing that was happening that I did put a short out about, and I'd love to hear your comments, okay? Because a lot of people commented on the short. So let's hear your comments from here. But I sent out an offer, and it was a 15% offer, I think, and I got back a full price sale. I thought that was weird. I was like, okay, that hadn't happened. It's happened before, but a long time ago, and it was very rare, right? So I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, good, I made a full price sale. I sent out an offer. I couldn't believe I got a full price sale. I did it, another offer, got another full price sale. I sent out another offer, got another full price sale. At this point, I figured that's not a coincidence, that's something going on. After looking at my emails, I realizing I was getting a lot of emails from eBay that said there's a competitive offer on an item you're watching. So I think what's happened is that eBay is sending out emails whenever there's a watcher on an item and there's an offer sent out to a particular watcher, right? Because that's what happens, it sends it out to one person. They're sending out an email to the other watchers saying, hey, a competitive offer has been put in on this. If you want it, you better buy it. So I think that's what's happened. And I think it's 4 times or 5 times actually that happened to me in the past 2 weeks. I've made full price sales. So not going to complain. I love it. eBay's doing something great. Let's stay with it. Keep on doing it, eBay. We like it. If that's what's going on, I love it. Love to hear what you say. Let me know in the comments. Has it been happening to you? Have you seen it happen? And what's your thoughts on it? Is it something good for a change? we can be happy with, right? So, well, anyway, let's talk about what's sold real quick. So like I said, I think this is the 3rd time I've shot this video today, so I know these by heart. I can almost repeat them, but we're going to get it right this time. So the first thing that went out was earlier this week. I think we sold it Wednesday after I did my video, but it's the Doors box set, 4 CD set from Elektra, 1997 compilation of rare tracks from Jim Morrison. That went out at $29.99 with free shipping. Then that same day, I think, I ended up selling two cars, and these were Hot Wheels 1995 Bill Elliott number 94 Batman Forever Thunderbolt Ford 1/64th die-cast car in the box, new in the box. And again, guys, I'm putting these up on the screen so that you guys can see what they are. And also a Greenlight 1/64 Tokyo Torque Series 1 1973 Bree Datsun Baja Z, and that was new in the box, or new in the package as well. Both of those went out for $31.98 with free shipping. So those were good buys. I like those little cars like that. They tend to sell. I've sold a lot of Hot Wheels in packages like that are the fancier ones, not the plain Hot Wheels, but the fancier ones that are like that. This next thing that sold is something that's been in my inventory for a long time. And sorry guys, I gotta get some juice here. It's getting a dry mouth here. This is the third time through talking about this. So, this one right here was a 1997 Mike Skinner Action Racing Lowe's NASCAR 1/24 die scale diecast Platinum Series car. It was one that's in the case, and it comes in a box, and it's a fairly good sized car. Now it's a NASCAR. I will not buy these anymore. I just can't. If I bought them for a nickel, I might buy them, but I will not pay what I paid for them. I think I paid, I don't know, probably too much. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, I paid way too much for them. So I think I paid somewhere in the vicinity of like $7 or $8 a piece for these, because I thought they would sell. This was a long time ago. Again, lessons learned, guys. So these cars do not sell for me. The big die cast models, cars, the big ones, they were just not good sellers for me. Now they might be for you. If you are, let me know your secret, because I'm just curious. This is the last one. It finally sold, but it took a while, and I had to sell it cheap. I sold it for $19.99 with free shipping. Now, it didn't cost a lot to ship, but the whole point was, it's just like, I probably barely broke even on it. I will not buy them anymore, just because they just don't sell fast enough for me, and they don't make that much money, to be honest with you, unless they're really something really unique. But I would just say, every time you see one, comp them and see, but I won't buy them anymore. But I will buy the little ones if they're in the package, because those do sell. Those do well. A lot of them do well. Just depends on the driver. If you're a NASCAR fan, you probably know more about it than I do. I don't know a lot about NASCAR. I watch it if it's on. I tip, if there's nothing else to watch, I'll definitely watch it because it's fun, but just not a big fan, never have been. The next sale that came in was actually one guy, and this was on, I think, Thursday. I woke up to a sale, and I thought, this is cool. He bought 3 comics. I thought, this is great. And then I looked in there, and he sent 3 offers on 3 other comics. So I was like, well, this is really great. So anyway, the first one he bought was a Spectacular Spider-Man 200 Direct Edition Death of Harry Osborn. Then he bought Amazing Spider-Man number 297 it's a Todd McFarlane cover. And then he also bought an Amazing Spider-Man 202 with a CGC grade of 8.0. So he bought a graded comic, and that was for $104.47 for those 3, and that was free shipping. Well, then he sent 3 offers on 3 other comics, and this worked out perfect, because if I'm shipping out free shipping anyway on the comics, might as well go in one package. So you can put them all in a graded comic box, and they look, perfect. You can get them all in there tight, and they don't move, and they're very safe in this. I do them all in Gemini mailers, but I have a Gemini mailer for graded comics. So send them all in that. I've sent them all over the world, and they've done fine. But he also bought a Planet Hulk World Breaker number 1, and that's Miko Soyan Virgin, and then Amazing Spider-Man 288 with the 1987. That's the Hobgoblin story arc. And then he also bought the Marvel's Tales number 194 1986 Spider-Man Classic reprint. So he paid, let's see, for the variant for the Planet Hulk, he paid $18.89. He paid $16.49 for the Amazing Spider-Man 288 and $10.36 for the Marvel Tales 194. So all of those went out, same person, and that's a great sale. So about, what, $150, $60, somewhere around there. Definitely a good sale. Definitely love it when they multiples go out in one, especially when you're free shipping. All of that goes in one. I don't think it costs but about, I think I insured it. It's going to California, I think. So it's about $12 and something. So send it out there. Perfect. So also sold another comic this weekend. This is actually, to be honest with you, kind of another sale that I made. So I've sold like several of these. So this, I don't know why, but in the past 2 weeks, I've sold 2 of these. So I do think there's something to it when the eBay algorithm, when something sells and you have multiples of it, it tends to sell multiples, which is probably why the paper craft thing sold as well that I just tossed on the floor. So anyway, but I think that's probably why it sold as well. But this one sold. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 297. It's a direct edition. It's the Doc Ock on the front. and Spider-Man in the black suit. So that one sold for not a lot of money, $12.50 free shipping. But you know, like I said, I bought a distribution pack of these. I think I paid $6 for 6 comics that were in a distribution pack. So anything I'm making is really good. The next thing we sold, and this one's got a little story to it, and I think I've told this story before, but this is a Disney Parks Loungefly. It's the Patriotic Disney. It is new with tags, so you can see the new tags on here. So difference on these, and I will tell you that if you do Loungeflies, and you probably know if you do Loungeflies, the Disney Park ones are just a little bit, in my opinion, made a little bit better. Now, you might not think so, but I think they're made a little bit better. They have the thicker and padded shoulders, straps. So you can see these right here. They have the nice padded ones. So the ones I see at like Box Lunch, or what is the other store? I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, I'll think of it in a minute. But there's a couple other stores you can buy Loungefly. A lot of stores you can buy Loungefly, but they don't always have the padded. So anyway, I feel like these are a little bit more higher quality, but this is from Loungefly. It was brand new, and we bought this from a guy named Jimmy Pockets. I think I talked about this once. Anyway, Jimmy Pockets was a nice guy, talked a lot. We found it at a garage sale. There was 2 of them, this one and the gold edition one, both of them brand new with tags. And so we bought some other stuff, and I was like, you know, what's your best deal? I ended up giving them $20 each because, I mean, I looked up the comps on these, and this one was really good, and the other one was really good too. And I'm like, these look really good. So we got them in the car, and we started driving away, and my wife goes, what does that smell? I go, uh-oh. I smell it. It just got stronger and stronger in the car, and they smelled like weed. It was rough. It was horrible. We had to roll the windows down. It was that bad. These 2 bags, I never smelled. It looked like they came out of Cheech and Chong's car. I'm telling you, they were horrible smelling. And so we got them home. We tried everything. We tried bounce sheets, you know, put them in a box, put them with bounce sheets, put one inside and outside. That, you know, left them in there for about, you know, 10, 12 days, took them out. They smelled like bounce sheets and weed. We tried everything we could think of. We tried Febreze a little bit on the inside to see if we could just get something on the inside. It smelled like Febreze and weed. Nothing was taking that weed out. And finally, I'd mentioned something on a Dibdit auction, and somebody said, have you tried activated charcoal? I was like, no. So we went and got the 4 bags of activated charcoal. We put 1 in each side of each bag, put 1 in each bag. Then we put 2 in a big garbage bag and closed the garbage bag off with the bags in there and just left them. I think we left them for about 15 days and then took them out and just let them kind of air out. And they absolutely, now they don't smell like weed. They don't smell like Febreze either. They smell like vinyl. Best stuff ever made. So my tip of the day, get activated charcoal if you have something that smells bad. Yeah, tennis shoes that you get are used or something, put those inside your tennis shoes, takes the smell out of it. They're great. So, and I bought mine off of Amazon. If I can remember, put the link in there. I'll put the link in there for you guys to see it because they work. They really do work. So I was so happy we could sell it. Got $89 for that and $8.99 shipping. So not going to complain. It's a beautiful bag, and somebody's going to really enjoy that brand new bag. So next thing that sold was, I think I talked about this, and I threw it on the floor, so I got to grab it. Sorry. This is paper craft coasters. I don't remember if I already talked about this. No. Since I've done the video so many times, I can't remember what I talked about. This has been a rough day, guys. So anyway, paper craft coasters. This is the second one I sold in 2 weeks. We sold the other one last week was the Cool Cats. This week we sold the Zebras. I don't know why, to be honest with you. It's just really weird. These things sat forever. These are terrible buys, but they sat forever in our inventory. I just never took them out. This one finally sold for $3.98, got $4.99 shipping. Gone, it's done. Next thing that sold, we sold some Disney animator dolls. There's 12 of them in here, and these are Animator Princess Collection, toddler, PVC. I don't know, we put cake toppers or whatever you want to use them as, but they're little dolls. And you got Little Mermaid in there, you've got Moana, you've got Belle, you've got Cinderella. I don't know who else you got in there. You got a bunch of them. Anyway, and also an LOL doll. I don't know where that came from, but it's in there too. But anyway, these went out. We bought these from just a garage sale and picked them up for, I don't know, probably picked them up for too much. I think I paid $5 for these and everything is in it. Ended up selling for $13, got $6.99 shipping. It's done, it's gone. Oh my God, probably wouldn't buy them again, to be honest with you, but the little girl was cute and she thought we needed them, so we're like, okay. So my wife and I bought them. So anyway, The next thing, the last thing that sold was this little guy right here. And this is a Pillow Pets Pkwy 11-inch Dreamy Ladybug. It's a limited edition, 2011. Isn't that cute face? Anyway, it's brand new with tags. So my daughter was at a Goodwill in Tuscaloosa, and she called me and said, hey, somebody dropped off all of their pillow pets. And there's like 13, maybe 14 of them. All of them with tags. She said they're all brand new with tags. I was like, huh. She go, what do they want for them? They said $2.99 each. I'm like, pillow pets, $2.99. Okay. I said, get them. I said, why not? She goes, well, I'll try to sell them. I'm like, okay. Well, she didn't get time to sell them. So she's been busy. She's graduating and all that stuff. So I put them on just recently, finally got them out of the closet and said, I'm just going to list these things because I need to start listing stuff. And it sold $19.99, $5.99 shipping. Not going to complain. So anyway, that was good. Really happy with that. So overall, like I said, 20 sales, a little over $700. It's a good week. So good week on eBay. Not gonna complain. Like I said, if I can't, I love it and I get 3, 4, I love it when I get 3 or 4, maybe 5 sales a day. It's not that hard to pack and get stuff done because I do it after I ride in the morning. I come back, take a shower, do a little work, actual work. And then right before I go out to drop stuff off, I just pack everything up. Takes about 30 minutes usually. So I can handle 4 or 5 packages a day. I really don't know if I did $700 a day, that'd be a lot to do. I don't know if I could do that. I think it'd be too much. So being part-time, I'm okay with that right now until we get to the point where we're full-time at some point in our life. Then we can handle those, but I'm happy with that. So had a good week there. Overall, like I said before, we kind of look each time. I keep looking at the numbers. We're even. If I look at the numbers year over year where we're at, we're even. We're basically right at even. And the thing is like, that's okay. So I have a big goal, so I'm gonna have to make up for it somewhere. And the goal was, 50,000. And I don't know if we're gonna hit that on eBay. We're gonna try because we're still working eBay like crazy. But I honestly think combine that with what we're doing on Dibdit, we're probably gonna do pretty good. This month alone on Dibdit, we went over 1,000 sales finally. We just went over 1,000, which means we get immediate payouts, which is great. And last week we had a tremendous week. We did $800 in sales last week, but we had some big auctions and it was busy. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. So when we did all the shipping, this is the shipping that I did yesterday. So it took a while. That's a lot of auctions right there. That's only 2 of the auctions that I did. That was the game auction and media auction that we did Monday and Friday. So 15 different orders, packages basically. A couple of those were pretty big. We were selling some really big bundles of DVDs because we just wanted to move them, right? So that was the whole point. And we were selling bundles of Blu-rays. We sold games. We had a lot of stuff. So all that went out, and that's going to get out there and get shipped tomorrow. So that's all going to be done. But yeah, it's good right now. Dibdit is doing really well, guys. We're, like I said, over 1,000 sales. We've done this year alone. We've done, almost $6,000 completely in sales. So add that 6,000 what we're doing on eBay, we're going to be well on our way to making our goals. So the goal is to start making that and do it consistently so that Sherry can retire and then she'll have more time to source, pack, do things. Kind of frees up a lot of stuff and gives us a little bit more, basically allows us to do more stuff. So that's kind of the goal. That's the goal we're shooting for. We're still going to shoot for that in another year or so that she'll be able to retire. That'll be great. So anyway, if you haven't come out and checked this out on Dibdit yet, I will tell you, I'll just ask you to come over and check it out. Okay, come check it out. Go to dibdit.com and check out the markets that they have. Check out what's going on. Look at the sales. Just sign up. It's not going to cost you anything. If you use BreezeFlips, you can get $5 off your first $10 purchase. At least you get that, right? So take a look at it, order some stuff, see what you can do. You can source really well there. I buy a lot of stuff all the time off of Dibdit that I resell. And you get it for a good price. Sometimes you're getting stuff that you're collecting. I get a lot of comics that I collect, so I buy those. I buy a lot of stuff that I resell. So, and we do very well with it. I bought pop figures last week from a buyer, and I'll turn around and double my money on those, and in our booth and stuff. So we're just, like I said, it's a great place to go. So go over there and check us out. If you're buying on Whatnot right now, come over there, check that out. I think it's like I said, I think you will find that it's fun, and they're great people. So anyway, go over there and check us out, dibdit.com. And again, use BreezeFlips. You can get some, $5 off your first $10 purchase. So that's what we got going on, guys. It's a crazy week. Like I said, hopefully now this will be a good one and the sound will be good. I'll have to figure that out, but I'll have to figure out what's going on with my microphones. I don't know. So maybe I have to upgrade them again. Probably time for some really, really good ones. But otherwise, like I said, this is a labor of love. I love doing these videos, but sometimes technology just frustrates the heck out of you. But I'm going to be on a podcast tonight here shortly on the Finders Flippers Resell podcast. So that's going to be fun. Get to enjoy meeting with Wes and Stuart and talk with them, because I'm basically not guesting tonight. I think I'm just actually filling in for Johnny. He's going to be gone. So if you haven't had a chance to go check those guys out, they're a lot of fun. But I'm going to be doing that, so you'll catch that later this week. But that's what's going on, guys. I hope your business is doing great. I hope you're doing great. I hope your sales are great. Please leave some comments. Tell me what's going on with you. I want to hear. I want to hear what's going good. I want to hear what's going bad. Tell me about it. Let's talk. We'll figure out some things together. That's what's fun about this. So I'm David Beckham, BreezeFlippers. We'll see you.